organization you want to open, there's always advantages and there's always disadvantages. And I think that's the hard part. Like, which one do I go into? Basically, you have to look at the disadvantages and the advantages, right? That's what you have to do. What's going to benefit you more? So, what are the disadvantages of an LLC? Relatively few. Okay. So, this form of organization has become popular, particularly for smaller, privately held companies. Why? Well, first of all, they said at the beginning of the first slide was less than 100 shareholders, less than 100 members, right? So we're talking a little smaller than those big corporations. So these are good. And it's not like a larger public corporation can't form one of these. They can. But the majority of people who want to do it are smaller and they're private. Okay. They're privately held companies. What's a privately held company versus a publicly held company? Privately held company is not in the stock market most of the time. Privately held company does have stocks and shares in the stock market. That's the difference. So just as Delaware, right? Delaware is where a lot of people want to incorporate, is the premier state for corporate charters. Nevada, everyone, this is different. Nevada has become a frequent choice of jurisdiction for LLC formation. So when you talk to some LLC clients and they already have formed an LLC, where did you form your corporation? They'll probably say Nevada. Why? It's the same thing like Delaware for corporations. Delaware has a great team up there. They have some really great corporation laws, and they even have judges who just specialize in corporations. Same thing with Nevada for LLCs. That's where most LLCs are formed. Okay. Nevada offers a special courts, just like Delaware, to handle these LLC disputes. So the judges are LLC experts and tend to handle the disputes rather quickly. Okay. It makes a difference. If you incorporate in California, how long is it going to take you to get into the courts? They don't have specialties out here for LLCs and corporations. Okay. So one disadvantage of the LLC is a lack of precedent. What is precedent? If I say LLCs, there's a lack of precedent. What am I talking about? What does precedent mean? We do it all the time in legal research when we talk about precedent. Anybody want to put something in the chat?
Professor, what was the question? I'm sorry.
What does precedent mean? It says that there's a lack of precedent for LLCs. What does that mean?
Precedent is mean like cases that have been tried before or heard before from other trials or
Yep,
like appeal courts and stuff like that.
exactly what it is. So exactly what Liz has stated, everyone. A precedent means that there's plenty of cases out there that have been tried. Let's think about murder, right? There are plenty of precedent for murder, cases on point by the thousands. When it comes to LLCs, everyone, it's a lack of precedent, which means there's not enough cases out there sometimes to actually make do your legal research and find a lot on point. There are a lot less cases on LLCs than corporations. So I guess you can kind of say there's not that many issues that come up when it comes to LLCs versus corporations. Or you can say we just haven't run into those issues yet, right? There may be one or two cases on it, but we don't have 150 cases to, look at them all and see which one matches our case on point. They just don't have that amount as they would for an assault case, right? Okay, so it's making it harder to predict how courts will handle disputes among members. Yeah. So now the judge, how do judges decide cases, everyone? They go to the cases on point. They go to the cases of precedent. They go to the cases that match the facts, just like you would as a legal researcher, right? And what they do is they make their decision based on those. And so if we don't have a lot of LLC precedent out there, well, the judges have to expand their thinking and expand how they're going to explain or, find the winner of the case based on their own legal knowledge. And then we'll have a case on precedent, right? So that's the way it works. LLCs are very few, very few. There's definitely cases out there, but not as many as you would find for something else, okay? If you are researching the law concerning LLCs, this is for you guys. If you're going to research the law for LLCs, you will likely have to rely more on persuasive, remember those, persuasive precedents from other jurisdictions than you would if